Hi. Hi, everyone. How we doing? Hello. Hi. I'm just trying to log in with my laptop so that I think my guests will be waiting for me already. Ah, my son is up operating today. Good afternoon, good evening, good everything. Good everything. Oh, my guest is here already. Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hi.
So sorry, my son is up operating today. What did you
No,
say?
it's fine. I understand.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear
Okay,
me?
nice. Yes, I can hear you perfectly.
Right.
How are we doing? Hi, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good whatever. From anywhere you're joining us from. My guest is in the show. Thank you so much, Lauren. This is the first time I'm seeing your face.
All right.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. You?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm
Good.
good. Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. So before my guest introduce herself, I just like to say that I will ask her some questions, maybe about 6 or 7, thereabouts. I think I have them in my head. Then afterwards, we'll now take questions. We'll take questions from us. Yes. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to ask her questions first before we now take questions from our. Sorry, I want to adjust my fan. It's so hot in Canada. I don't know.
Yeah, it's very hot today.
It's
I
so hot.
can't even go out. It's just
Yeah.
hot.
So afterwards, £50. Wait, Miss Agbara, which £50, please? It's okay. This is so much actually. So yeah, so welcome my guest, Los Noren. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm
Please,
fine.
yeah, could you please introduce yourself to us? Let us get to meet you.
Okay. So, my name is Lauren, and I am a registered general nurse. So I've been a nurse since 2011,
Oh wow.
and a bachelor's.
I'm a baby nurse beside you.
Uh, I got my bachelor's of nursing from the University of Brescia in Italy.
Oh
Then
nice.
I got my master's from Oxford Brookes in Oxford in the UK. So
Okay.
actually moved from Italy to the UK in 2013. So while I was doing my master's, I was also processing my license in the UK. So it took like
Okay.
almost a year to like get through.
Okay.
So in October 2014, I got my
UK
PIN,
license.
like they
Yep.
call it over there, yeah.
Okay.
I started working. My first job was on a respiratory ward, like
Okay.
on the outskirts of Manchester. So I worked there, I think for like 2.5 years. So I decided to change, and I got a job which was closer to my house. It was just like 5 minutes drive. So before I moved down to Canada in 2021, I worked as a recovery nurse. So I worked with kids. I worked on maternity ward. Uh, I've done like an agency shift as well.
Oh nice.
So I've been able to like touch on every
Yeah.
specialty in nursing. You understand? So I think it's a good thing to do. Don't just stay on one word. Try and
Yeah.
explore. You understand?
I,
So
th- I
that's
actually I like that too. I
yeah.
like that too. Yeah. Okay. So thank you very much. So
So
do you specialize at all?
not no no no. I'm a
Okay.
general nurse, so I
Okay.
just do a little bit of everything. So yeah.
Okay. So how was it like practicing in the UK? You practiced in the UK for 7 years. So tell us, how was it like practicing in the UK for 7 years?
So basically, when I moved to the UK, like from my nursing background in Italy, it was quite challenging for me in the sense that in the UK, like if you're studying nursing, they tend to choose a specialty like right from the start,
Mhm.
and being that I uh, I was like generally trained as a nurse, and they teach you like all the technical aspects of of it as well. Like you learn how to like cannulate while in school. You learn how to catheterize a patient. Meanwhile, in the
Yeah.
UK, they study everything. Then once they get their license in their first job, that's when they start like doing courses, you know, to like learn all of those things. So it was quite like challenging for me.
Okay.
I was like, I mean, I'm a nurse. I could do everything. So why do I have to like do um courses first before I can cannulate? So that was quite like challenging, very, very
Oh,
challenging for me.
all right.
So yeah. Apart from that, I think nursing in the UK is not that demanding, like knowledge wise,
Mm-hmm.
compared to Canada. Like
Oh, really?
yeah, like in Canada here, you have to know everything. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You have to be knowledgeable. You have to know your lab values
Yeah.
and guidance. And so I think in the UK they're not very you can hide under
Yeah.
someone.
Yeah.
You understand? So here you have to know everything.
You
You
have
have
to
you,
know this
you
thing.
have to learn to be independent. Meanwhile, in the UK, like where I worked before coming here as a recovery nurse, most of our stuff, our doctors, they do them. You understand? So we just get to
Oh,
look after the patients. So I think
yeah.
that's the major difference. They are
The
more
major
independent here in Canada compared to the UK. Yeah.
to the UK. Oh, amazing. Thank you so much for pointing that out. Yeah, so I was also going to ask, so at what point did you think that you had to move down to Canada? What brought about the change of, because if I've been sorry for 7 years, maybe I enjoy it and I just feel, oh, I have to change. So at what point did you feel you had to come to Canada?
I think the Canada dream I actually started in 2011. That was when I
Oh,
got my license, as in my first license as a nurse in Italy. So then there was no NAS. Then you just have to
yeah.
like apply to the nursing board of your choice at that time. So they are the one to like go through
So
your
there was no NNAS then.
no. There was
Oh,
no
but I wish they did not
I
come
think
into existence. Because
yeah, I think NNAS started either 2013 or 2015 or thereabout. I don't
oh,
know.
wow.
I can't just remember. So
It's
it is
making nothing so tough here.
yeah, NNAS, yeah. So I started in 2011. I think then I didn't really know how to go about it, and instead of me to like choose the province that is much easier for
Yeah,
me through BC because of the weather. You understand? So I didn't really like look into the cons. I was just considering the weather. You
the
understand?
weather.
So I applied and I was turned down because I have not practiced for like 3 years. You understand?
Okay.
So I was like a fresh graduate. So it actually started in 2011. So it didn't go through, and at that time I was applying to America as well. Then I applied to the UK. So the UK one clicked
Yeah.
through school. So I just went with the UK one, and like
Okay.
what? Yeah, I'll come back and and
To
here I
South Canada.
yeah
So you
yeah.
finally came into
So
Canada what year?
I came last 2021. Last
2021.
yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay,
Mhm.
so because you are already a Canadian RN now, so tell us how did you transition? Because that was fast. If you came in 2021, that was pretty fast. So how did
Yeah.
you transition?
So before I left the UK in
Okay.
2021, I started
The
the
NNAS?
application process, yeah, through NNAS.
Exactly. Okay.
NNAS, I think it doesn't even make sense. It shouldn't like exist at all because it doesn't make
Actually,
sense.
I agree with you. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, because what they do, they tend to like evaluate your credentials, your employment and all that. So they give you like three reports. So the first one is not comparable, and the
Yeah.
second one is somewhat comparable, and the last one is like comparable. So what they do, according to me, is like if you come from like any third world country, like
Yeah.
Nigeria, like Ghana or wherever, automatically you're classed as not comparable. So you need to like go
Exactly.
back to
That's
school.
it.
And to me, I just think it's very, very biased. You
Yeah.
understand? You can't just you can just classify people as not comparable
Comparable based on
just
that.
from a certain region,
Yeah.
of the world. To me, it doesn't make sense. So I started my process from the UK in I think February. I
Okay.
submitted my application, and what really made my take time was I couldn't get the Italian nursing board to cooperate with NAS. They were
Yeah.
not willing to fill my forms and
Yeah.
all. And when they eventually did, they filled it in Italian,
Oh
and
wow.
NAS was not having it at all. NAS was like, I have to send it back to them, and the Italian, they were like, you're not going to do it because that is their language.
Yeah.
So NAS like, I have to pay like $85 per page just to translate, and I was like, I'm not going to do that.
The page.
I'm not doing it because it's just one word. You can go on Google it, or if you want, I can do the translation all by myself. You understand? So they eventually went like back and forth, and we're like, okay, fine. They passed it. So so that actually took time to I think June or July. Then when they eventually got everything, you have to wait for like another 3 months.
Yeah.
So that's June, July, August, September. That's when they start reviewing
Yeah. Yeah.
your application.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you're applying, always make sure whatever you send to them, you have a copy of it if you
Exactly.
can, and
Exactly.
always make sure you follow it up. Like if you post something to them, always make sure you
Follow
contact
up.
them, yeah, and follow up. You understand?
Mhm.
Otherwise, they can just misplace your stuff,
Yeah.
and
You're right.
and there's nothing you can do basically. So
Yeah.
so from September, I started calling them again, and they were giving me excuse at that time. Oh, COVID, there's a delay and all that. So I was like, oh, okay. So December passed. Then I started calling them again in January. I was so angry. I was like, it's past 3 months already on top of the last
Yeah. The last
submission.
6 months,
So
right?
what's going on? And it's like using COVID, and I was like, COVID has been happening for the past 2 years now. People has gone people have gone past COVID already. So what is the problem? So I was so angry that I had to go on LinkedIn and get the
Mm.
email of the CEO of the
Yeah.
company,
I heard
and
so too. Yeah.
I actually used that to threaten them, and
Yeah.
they were like, okay, we write a note on your application, and they will make sure they review it and all that. So they eventually did in January, and they got back to me, and they were like, they needed some additional
Mm.
documents.
Information. Yeah.
Yeah,
Document.
so the one that actually got me angry was my license from the UK,
Mm-hmm.
which they normally do automatically. You understand? So I rang them. I rang NNAS, and
Okay.
when it was sent, and I was like, did you guys receive anything of such? And they said yes, they did. Is in their system already. So why is it now that you don't have it anymore? That's why
Your
I said always follow them
follow
up. But
them. Yeah. You're right.
people, they are crazy, like really, really
I know.
crazy people. You understand? So eventually in February they got back to me, and they said my application was somewhat comparable.
Comparable. Yeah.
And, while applying, I chose Alberta,
Yeah.
I chose Nova Scotia, and I added Ontario as well. So when I
Yeah.
got
Ontario.
my report, I was like, I'm not going to go through Alberta because of the negative review.
Yeah. Avatar is not palatable for now.
So I just went through Ontario, and
Yeah.
within 2 weeks they gave me the
LCT, right?
uh, um jurisprudence exam to
Yeah.
write. So I wrote that one, I passed it. Then they eventually gave me the ATT. So I enrolled and I studied all by myself. Then on the 20th of June, I started for the NCLEX and I passed it. So
Yeah. So why, sorry to cut you in. Why do you think NNAS gave it comparable? Because most times they don't. Is it because of your work experience in the UK?
They actually gave me
Somewhat comparable, yeah.
it wasn't like comparable.
Yeah, I know,
They
but why do you think they give it somewhat comparable? Because a
I
lot of
think
times it's not comparable.
yeah, I think it's because my bachelor's was from Italy.
Yeah, Italy,
I
yeah,
think
yeah, that
if
helps, yeah.
it was to be from the UK, they would have given me comparable. But the thing is that like the UK and Canada, they've got like similar nursing education compared
Yeah.
to the UK. So I think they just base it on the fact that in the
You
UK
practice in the
they
UK.
speak English
Yeah, they
and
speak English, yeah, that's true.
in Italy they don't. You understand? I think
Okay.
that just the because at some point they were asking me to do IELTS as well. And I was
Yeah,
like, I'm going to sit for IELTS because it is expensive, and I've worked in the UK for like 7 years. I think most of the time you just have to like challenge them and tell them, look, I know what
exactly.
I
Yeah.
know what your handbook says, so you can't be acting otherwise. You understand? So you have to challenge every.
Yeah, I agree with you. You have to challenge them.
Otherwise, they will just
They can
put
push you
you.
around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and so just challenge them and tell them, look, this is what your handbook says, and this is what I'm doing. You understand? So I had to like challenge them on that, and they were like, okay, we will waive it for you, and they eventually did. So
okay.
I think if I had not studied nor worked in the UK, I think my application would have been not comparable.
Yes, I think so too. Okay, so did you take any study in the UK? While in the UK, did you study anything?
Yeah, I did my master's in nursing, but they
Oh, amazing.
don't actually like when NAS is like evaluating your stuff, they don't evaluate the masters. They just
Okay.
deal on your
With the bachelor's
yeah,
and your work experience.
and your work experience as well. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, so the other province you chose Alberta, you chose Ontario, and then which other one?
Nova Scotia.
Did you hear from them?
I didn't import it because
Oh, you didn't port
basically
it. Okay. Yeah.
no, I didn't import it because it's like extra money.
Yeah,
You
that's true. You are right.
pay, yeah, and you pay to port, so there's no
Yeah,
need. So
that's true. You are
I just
very
went
right.
to Ontario, although it's still quite expensive, but at least they were able to give me the go ahead to sit for my NCLEX without having to like request for anything
For
additional.
anything extra.
So yeah.
Yeah. So so we can start asking our question. My take home from what she has said so far is that if you are not in the UK, if you have not done your bachelor's before in Nigeria, it's better to start now if you're looking to come into Canada, so that that bachelor's education can also help you when you are porting to Canada. Because if you study just in Nigeria, most likely you're going to get a non-comparable result from them, like most of us did. But if you have a Western world education, it kind of help you, right?
Mm,
Then your application must be very detailed. Your application must be very detailed, and when you submit application to NAS, do not go to sleep. You have to make sure you call them. And there's something else they told me the last time I spoke to NAS. You have to get a tracking number for all your documents.
yeah.
Make sure you keep them saved. Write them down, because when you call them and say, NNAS, I've not gotten my report or whatever, they ask you what is the tracking number so they can check if it has gotten to them. If you don't have it, then we are going to be going elsewhere again. So NNAS is tasking if you don't know what you're doing. It can really stress you if you don't know what you're doing. So people have started dropping their questions. Somebody say, can you please compare working as a nurse in UK and in Canada?
Basically, I've not started working in Canada, but yeah.
But you told us a major difference that you have to be more, you have to know a lot of things if you're going to work in Canada.
Mm,
Yeah, so she has told us something major there, that you have to know a lot. Like you have to know a lot of things if you're going, because in UK they kind of you can, the way she put it, you can hide under somebody, like, to just, but in Canada, you have to, like, know everything. Yeah, you have to know everything. Yeah.
Knowledgeable in
If you
everything.
watch my last 2 lives, you'll get an answer to this question, Mrs. A. I did a live with some Canadian nurses, and we spoke about that expressly. So if you watch those 2 lives, you probably get an answer to your question. If you did your BSc in UK but no work experience, will the outcome be favorable? You should have work experience. I don't think NAS. What would NAS evaluate? What do you think, Nurse Essay? If you have bachelor's but you don't have work experience.
I think you can call NAS and ask them, or you can go on their website and see if
okay, it's gonna work. From my experience, though.
But I think you just have to work, even though it's like
even if it's internship.
Yeah, because they need to have 11.25 hours.
Exactly.
To be able to apply.
In the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So NNAS needs you to have 11.25 hours, 1125 hours in the last 5 years. So if you don't have any work experience at all, please don't apply to NNAS yet.
Yeah, because
gather your work experience.
Yeah,
before you apply to NNAS, please and please, because they are going to assess all that. That's what gives them the comparable or not comparable, not just your education. They assess your education plus your work experience. Yes. So language, you should have language. Yes.
Language and and your education as well.
Can NCLEX pass in the USA be used to work in Canada? Okay, I will just take. Do you have an answer?
I think so. I've seen people transfer their NCLEX because it's the same people who will like write them and all that. So I think it is transfer.
Yeah. So I'll answer this one expressly now. Good evening or good afternoon, Katrina. Yes, you can use your NCLEX USA to work in Canada, and this is how you would do it. You have to be tactful about it. So when you start your NNAS procedure, ensure you also start your CGFNS or whatever route you are using for USA. Because if you don't, you're going to technically have issues. You're going to have to transfer to NAS, transfer to CGFNS, which is going to stress you. So when if you start your NAS today, make sure that both documents get to your school so that they are going to fill for NAS. They're also going to fill for CGFNS or whatever route you're using for the USA. So by the time your report comes, ATT for USA comes, NAS should be almost ready. When you are doing that route, make sure you choose a province like Ontario, because Ontario is the only province that will take you with an NCLEX pass right now. Even Alberta is not taking it yet. They said they will take it, but it's not straightforward. So if you want a straightforward province, go to Ontario if you have an NCLEX pass from USA. But make sure you are doing both together. Both must work together. NNAS, CGFNS, you must do them together so that the report is coming out same time. And then you port, when your result comes out for NCLEX, you port that report to Ontario. Ontario will give you your practice license to work with them as RN. If you now want to leave Ontario, because Ontario is expensive, Ontario, the tax is a lot. You have to work 1125 hours before you can leave Ontario. But that is still okay. It's going to make you do your RN faster here than somebody else who did not go through the US route. So I usually tell people, if you are coming from Nigeria, you can try the US route plus NNAS so that it's faster for you than for people like us that got to know at the very late stage. And if I want to take my report from Nigeria, now it's going to stress me. So I'm just not interested in that US route, but it's a very good route to consider. Yeah. Does a nurse who study in Canada need NAS evaluation too? No. If you do your nursing study here, you don't need NAS. Like if I do my nursing study here, maybe after degree nursing program, or if I apply as a nurse from Nigeria, then I don't need NNAS. NNAS is for people who study out of Canada. If you study out of Canada, you need NNAS. If you do not study out of Canada, you don't need NNAS. But if you study out of Canada and you come into Canada like me, and then you go for the after degree nursing program, if you have a BSc in nursing before, then you also don't need NAS, because it's going to be like you're going to just transition straight. I should have done that. I thought this NAS thing would. Honestly, it's a very good route. You can do the after degree nursing program. There is a video on my channel. If you watch it, you get to know about the after degree nursing program. Thank you. Let me see which other question we have here. You study pre-registration adult nursing in the UK. Can you migrate to Canada knowing that you might be deficient in some areas of nursing? Because Canada do general nursing. Do you want to answer that, Nurse Eze?
Pre-registration adult nursing. I don't think they take that into consideration. You know, I think you have to study a bachelor's degree in nursing for it to be comparable. As in, it has to be at least 3 years. And I don't think that registration one is even like a year degree. I don't know.
Yeah, because
I have to study 3 years.
Yeah. I have somebody who did this adult nursing, and it wasn't so straightforward for her to transition. So if you did adult nursing, maybe try and look for a way to, because when NNAS may not give you the comparable status, even if NNAS give you somewhat comparable, there's very possibility that the province you choose may not give you, because we do general nursing in Canada, just like you said. So the adult nursing may not really work. You can try it, right? It's going to still work with some province, but you might have to challenge them, like Nurse Eze said the other time. If you don't challenge them, it's not going to work straightforward. It's not a straightforward route. Yeah. I work in specialty units endoscopy. Sorry, just want to adjust my phone. Oh, sorry, I have to bring back the question. Sorry, I'm just trying to adjust my phone. I think it fell off my ring light. Sorry, can everybody hear me? My phone fell off my ring light, so I have to kind of hold it now.
I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think we've answered this one. I work in specialty unit endoscopy. Can I decide to work in this kind of setting in Canada? Yes, you can. Once you are done with your NNAS, they give you time to do your NCLEX, then you can work anywhere. You just have to, it's just like normal looking for a job here. It's not a problem. But if you don't get endoscopy on time, you can work somewhere else pending when you get endoscopy. So it's very doable. Oh, this holding my phone is not being helpful. I'm currently doing my internship. Can I start my NAS? No. Don't start your NAS.
At least 1125 hours before you can qualify to apply to NAS. Otherwise, it would be waste of time, waste of money.
And 1,000 CAD. NNAS is 1,000 CAD. Don't waste your money. So
just practice for like 1125 hours and you're good to go. Do your English test, I think. Then make sure,
so for that person, you should get your work experience. And then for English, try to put English as your first language. If you put English as your first language, they might skip you during IELTS. But if you don't, if you claim Hausa, Igbo as your first language, you're not going to head anywhere. You have to do IELTS. How well do you know about in school? How can it help me to work in Canada as a nurse? Well, I don't have much idea about in school. I only know about Omni College. I know I've heard about in school, but I don't have all the info about in school, but I've heard of Omni College. Now, I think they're like Omni College too. So what Omni College does is that they kind of there's a program they call Internationally Educated Advanced Program or something. It's on my channel. If you want to know about Omni College, just check my YouTube channel. I have a video about Omni College on my channel. So they kind of facilitate you coming to Canada, usually within 6 to 8 months. If you register with Omni College, you'll be in Canada, but it's very expensive. It's about 25,000 CAD or so, or 20,000 CAD. It's very expensive. But they would put you through the NAS process. They would put you through some work experience in Canada. It's not like a certificate, but it helps you to come here faster, if you ask me. And it helps you to settle down faster too. Yeah. So if you watch that video of Omni College, you get better idea. Thank you. As it is too, they do not accept registration nursing. Do you know what you mean?
3 years at least. A bachelor's degree from Europe is 3 years. Meanwhile, here is 4 years. But if you're applying from the UK to Canada, you have to have at least a 3-year bachelor's degree.
Yeah. Okay. I am an RN in Nigeria. Is it possible to apply for BSM program? Yes, you can apply for BSM program. that will be the straight one. That's the 4 years one. But if you want to do the after degree nursing program, you might not be able to do it, because for after degree nursing program, you need a bachelor's. Now you don't have a bachelor's yet, so you can't do that. But you can do the straight bachelor's by applying to schools like University of Alberta, University of Calgary. They have nursing programs. You can check them out. And you can apply. It's just pretty going to be expensive if you are going to be an international student without a PR. It's going to be expensive. Yeah. I did my bachelor's in Finland, 2 clinical practice in England, master's in nursing in Sweden, good, 10 years work experience. Which IELTS do I have to do? So concerning IELTS for Canada, if you are doing for immigration, it is general. Like if you want to do express entry, you want to do spousal work permits or whatever, it's general. But if you are doing for NNAS, it's academic.
Can I answer this one?
Yeah,
so,
sure.
When it comes to IELTS, after NAS has determined if you qualify to be assessed, they are the one to tell you whether you need IELTS or not. So you don't have to do IELTS first, okay? You have to apply, then they are the one to decide whether you need IELTS or not. And
okay, so
and being that you've practiced, I think in England as well, I think it might be waived. 2 clinical practice. Yeah, 2 clinical practice in England. I did my master's in nursing in Sweden, 10 years work experience in Finland. My question is, which IELTS? You just have to wait for them to decide on what IELTS you can write.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So from my own experience on IELTS, when you are filling your form, signify that you have studied or your first language is English language. When you do that, most likely they waive IELTS for you. But if you don't do that, if you are claiming Igbo or claiming Hausa or Yoruba, then you have to do IELTS, a must. Yeah. But yes, like she said, you have to wait for them to tell you. But however, from my experience, signify that if you watch my video about NNAS, you will get this information there. Signify that you have studied in English and then you don't have to do IELTS. But yes, they have to tell you when to do it, not you just sitting for it. A nurse who had a BSN in Nigeria, but it's not UKRN, will NAS give her a comparable result? Oh, well, what do you think, Ms. Ese?
It's not a UKRN. Will NAS give me a comparable? I don't know. I don't have any idea about this one, but I think what they do, you might get off with the working experience, but with academic one, you might not.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they bachelors from Nigeria.
Yeah,
comparable. You understand? Yeah. But at the end of the day, there's no harm in trying. Just try and challenge. They might, consider you as well. But I think apply and challenge them and tell them that, look, I've worked in the UK, because basically you have to have practiced in an English speaking country for 2 years.
Exactly.
Okay, they can waive your English test before they can do any other thing. You understand? So just apply. There's no harm in trying. But you have to have practiced in the UK for at least 2 years.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Now, on this one, I just spoke about the US routes. Even people in the UK can use the US route. Don't dull yourself. When you start your NNAS, also register with CGFNS so that you can write your NCLEX in the UK. When you write your NCLEX in the UK, put your report, the NCLEX report, to Ontario. Make sure you have chosen a province like Ontario so that you can start working here on time. Although otherwise, you can't be like me. 2 years here, you never get RN. So if you're in UK, you can do the Ontario, you can do the NCLEX route in the UK as well, so that you're not stressing yourself about not giving you comparable or not. Once you have an NCLEX result, that overrides it. Ontario will give you your practice hours or your practice license as RN. Yeah, so I think that's what you should just do if you're in the UK, so that you don't give yourself a headache over NAS. Now, one use diploma in nursing to apply for Nigeria after working in UK. for some time. We answered this question similarly, so it's almost the same thing. You can apply, but it might not really fly because it's just RN. They don't really RN alone does not really work in Canada. That's the honest truth. BSc stands a better chance. Yeah, BSc stands a better chance. RN alone, nah, it's too much stress. After degree nursing program, is it the same with postgraduate diploma course? So what I'm asking in essence is, if you did a certificate postgraduate program in Canada, do you still need to do NNAS? If you are doing a postgraduate program in Canada, like all this, maybe except you are doing masters, all this gerontology and all, you still need NNAS. If you once you study out of Canada, you still need NNAS. I've answered this question. Once you study out of Canada, once you do not do your bachelor's in Canada, you still need NNAS. So yeah, you need NNAS regardless.
And most of the times though, even if you go through NNAS fine, it is the province who normally have the final say. Okay,
exactly.
So they
exactly.
Okay,
exactly.
You need to like do extra courses of
exactly.
So NAS is just like, let me say,
an assessment phase.
When you understand, they just evaluate thing, and is the licensing board who normally like decides on what to do.
You are very right. Yeah. So that's why I said the province you're going to choose for Canada is very important. If I knew all this information I know now, trust me, I won't choose Alberta. I would not. Because it was at that stage of our life that we could make a lot of decisions. Now, the decision we can make is small because we have a home in Alberta. Now we have a child. So it's I can't make a lot of decisions anymore. If I knew all this information then, I'd be better off by now with my RM processes. Yeah. So just make use of this information. So she wants to know what immigration route you used.
Okay. Actually came through PNP, which is a provincial nominee program. So basically you get nominated by a province to come to Canada and work as a nurse, but I think it's a lie at the end of the day.
But how did you start? How did you start? How were you able to get into how did you start it?
So I actually started mine in 2019. And basically you just have to write your IELTS, which is the general.
Oh yeah.
And, you have to make sure you get at least 8777. You understand?
Okay.
Then you have to like evaluate your credentials through West, I think. And once you get those two things, you create an express entry profile. And as soon as you create that, you have to tick on all provinces. Don't just choose one. Otherwise, your chances of getting a nomination is very slim. So I did that, and I think I created a profile before in 2015, but it expired. I became a movement and all that, so I just kind of like ignored it. Then in 2019, I reapplied again, put myself in the pool. Then I got a nomination from Alberta.
Oh wow.
Then after a while, I think like a week later, I got another one from Nova Scotia.
Oh,
but
nice.
I had already accepted the Alberta one, so I just like, you know what. So the whole process actually, I think it ended in beginning of late 2020. And we had to travel, I think in May, because our visa would expire in June, so in May last year. So we actually came through the PNP, and which adds like additional 600 points to your basic.
Oh wow. So nomination adds like additional 600 points to your
so
you can also move with your family, right?
Yeah, you can move with your family. So basically, if you get nominated, that means your whole family is nominated.
Oh, amazing. Really nice. I've heard about this PNP. Now, for people who are interested in express entry is like one of the 100 ways to migrate into Canada. On the 23rd, that'll be next week Saturday, I think. And I'm inviting an immigration consultant to my channel to talk about express entry. That day, we're going to be trashing express entry. So if you are on this live and you want to come into Canada, you want to use the express entry route, be on the live next week, because we're going to be talking about express entry, everything about it. She's a consultant here, so bring your questions and everything and all the likes. So this person says that you have to find your way. Yes, you have to find your way to Canada. What happens after a favorable NNAS? Okay, Nurse Eze, over to you.
So basically, once you get a comparable report from NNAS, depending on the province you choose, most people, they tend to go to Ontario because it's quicker, it's easier, you know, it's just straightforward. Meanwhile, all other provinces, like here in Alberta, I don't understand them. So I went through Ontario, like in less than weeks. They gave me ATT to sit for my NCLEX, and I think once you get your report from NNAS, you have to pop it.
Yes, you have to pop it. Very important. Yeah.
So I put mine to Ontario, although I have the Alberta, Nova Scotia, but I prefer Ontario. So once you do that, you have to pay for them to like evaluate your document again. Then they'll give you the go ahead to sit for the NCLEX, or if they need like additional
material,
they will let you know.
Yeah.
But with Ontario, that should be like your first choice. But I've been hearing that New Brunswick as well.
Yeah, New Brunswick. Yeah.
Good now.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it is.
Ontario should be your first choice.
But New Brunswick is not taking time. They are not taking time. So if you are going to choose province, you can choose New Brunswick. Nova Scotia too can give you, it's kind of okay. And Ontario. New Brunswick now takes time. Before, under a week, they get back to you, but now it's 8 to 12 weeks, I think. So they are now taking a lot of time.
It's too many,
exactly. Too many people.
Just go through Ontario to be on a safer side. Just go through Ontario.
And if you know you might not get a comparable result, like if you do not study out of Nigeria, just do the US route. So don't waste your time. Do the US route, get your NCLEX, and then port it to Ontario. That will give you under 1 year, or in fact 8 months, you become RN in Canada. You won't be here like us doing LPN first. What's the duration of the inspo? Like for Omni College is 1 year. But you can check my video for better, because I can't start talking about Omni College here. Omni College is not the premise for purpose of this program. But Omni College is 1 year. I still chatted with the director yesterday. I had a chat with the director of Omni College yesterday. He's a white man, Mr. Wesley, and he told me that he might be coming to my YouTube channel. I don't know when yet, but he sent me a mail yesterday that we can do a YouTube live together. So I'll let us know if he agrees to eventually come. So you can ask him all the questions you want to ask him about Omni College. Yeah. But we have a good relationship. So I think he should be able to host the YouTube live. I should be able to come to my YouTube live. How did you get your working experience from form filled in the UK?
Oh, yeah. And now I think that one was quite challenging as well. But I believe that if you've got like a good relationship with your manager or even your assistant manager, you should be able to like tell them to help you fill it. And once they fill it, make sure you're there so that you can go through everything that needs filling in. Because once you miss one, NNAS would be like, wait again. You understand?
You're right. You're very right. Yeah.
When they are filling, make sure you're there.
Yeah.
And make sure you check everything and make sure they don't leave anything on hand or unanswered. And if they don't know anything, always make sure they write not applicable. Otherwise, we send you back the form. And once your manager is able to like fill the form for you, do a copy of it and keep it. Then when you're posting it, make sure you write the address of the hospital, not your house address, because NHS or your manager, they wouldn't post it for you. So just write the hospital address, and they put a stamp on the flap of the envelope before you send it, and make sure you get like how will I say, the sending code to like follow it up, your shipping code or whatever they call it. And sure, once it's sent, you call NNAS and verify they've received it. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. That's so important. NNAS is very technical. Even though they are, I don't know their essence to the nursing profession right now in Canada, but they are still an important phase because you have to go through them. NNAS is like maybe when you are, how do I put it now? Maybe when you have a family and you have children, you know, toddlers can be cranky sometimes, and they're just like, oh, this is my child. But you have to put up with the child because you can't throw the child away, right? It's your child. So NNAS is like your child. You have to, or your husband, you have to hold them. And sometimes you get angry with them. Yeah.
And challenge them all the time. Like at times, if you don't get a document on time, your application will just be there, sat there, and there's no plan B with them. So make sure
there is no plan B.
Yeah, they give you like a plan B, like if you're not able to get a document, let's say from your school, ask them what is the plan B, what can I do? You understand? They don't have a plan B at all, so you just have to like be on your neck all the time. Call them
exactly.
Your application will be there for like 5 years. They won't attend to you.
All right, thank you so much. So this Rafiat Adiola, let me quickly clarify to you. We have RNs in Canada, please. If you have been following this discussion, you will notice that the only stress is that before now, at least before my YouTube channel, I don't even know if there's any other YouTuber that talks about RN in Canada processes like I do. Before my YouTube channel started, there were no information basically because I did not get some about RN in Canada. But right now, I think we have a lot of information flying around, at least better than before. So there are RNs in Canada, but the process of getting RN in Canada is stressful. It is not straightforward. But right now that we're getting information, we're trying to pass it across to people so that you don't experience what we experience. So don't say there are no RNs in Canada. It only means the person has not found the headway, or the person is in a province like mine, Alberta, where they cannot get RN on time. But we have RNs here. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, Awodire Olajumoke. I'm 1 year UKRN, BNSC Nigeria, and I've gotten PMP from Nova Scotia. Beautiful, which I accepted. I have not started NNAS as I really don't know what to do. Start NNAS. What do you think? What are you waiting for?
So basically, I would suggest start NNAS so that you can collect your documents.
Yeah.
Because once you're here, like chasing documents, it becomes hard work. So start your NNAS where you are. Your documents, make sure NNAS has received them before you come here, because once you come here, you won't be able to like practice as a healthcare aide like they do in the UK, because you have to have like another certificate to be able to practice that as a healthcare. So start anything you're doing from there. Make sure you follow it up with NNAS and stay on their neck like all day, and make sure start it from wherever you are. Don't wait till you get here.
Exactly.
And on top of that, like exchanging, as in changing your money, is even cheaper to like do it from there.
Oh, really?
When you're here, you understand, because you are paying it in pounds. You understand? So it's when you understand. So
yeah, thank you very much. So yes, with NNAS, you have to start when you can get your documents. If you come here and start NNAS, I have people on my WhatsApp group. Every day there's one talk or the other because they are stressed. People in Nigeria will not do what they ask them to do. And they will have to start bribing and paying a lot of money. So if you want to ease yourself of headache, just make sure that if you're coming from Nigeria, start NNAS from Nigeria. Don't wait till you get here. But however, if you're coming from Nigeria, make sure you get an immigration pathway before you start NNAS. That's the only clause. Once you're getting that, start NNAS. So this person, please start NNAS. Watch my YouTube video on NNAS, you understand better. And you can reach out to me. I can add it to our WhatsApp group so that if you have questions, you can always ask for the WhatsApp group. Please, as a nurse who worked only 1 year in clinical area, but has been working as a lecturer in uni, what has faith as regard work experience?
Are you from the UK? Are you from Nigeria?
I don't even know. She didn't specify. Oh, Gage, Jane. Are you in UK or Nigeria? Do you want to write down in the comment section so I can pin it so that we can know how to address your question properly? Please rephrase your question. Let us know if you are in the UK or in Nigeria, and let us know where you got this bachelor's from. Where are you currently teaching and all that? This is my YouTube channel name. My YouTube channel name. If you're on this channel, that means this is my YouTube channel name. My YouTube channel name is Nosofela. Yeah. So this is my YouTube channel name. Nosofela is my YouTube channel name. Oh, with an apostrophe. The name you're seeing right now on your screen is my YouTube channel name. Yeah. If I write NCLEX while in the UK as a nurse, I can practice on time without the NAS evaluation. I did not state you will not do NAS evaluation. I never stated that. I said when you want to start, but they take your NNAS forms, as in like pay for NNAS, the 1000 CAD. When you pay, also start your US route. So you're doing everything together. I never said you won't do NAS. Once you do not study in Canada, you will do NNAS. You cannot escape NNAS. So what I'm saying that to make your life easier, to stress you, to ease you of stress. When you start NNAS, start your CGFNS route too, so that by the time you pass NCLEX via CGFNS, you're going to post that report to Ontario, because you will pick Ontario as a province in your NNAS. Please watch my video on NNAS to understand all these things better. If you have questions, drop them. I'll be willing to answer you. But so, I never said. Yeah, you can talk, please.
I think with this one, you can write your NCLEX as well from the UK. Okay, but you still have to go through NAS, because NAS,
exactly.
They want to tell you, you can't, as in, you still have to go through NAS anyways. Then after going through NAS, the province you want to like practice, and they are the ones to like decide whether you can sit for the NCLEX. Then once you get that ATT to sit for the NCLEX, you can write your NCLEX in the UK. I think in
yes,
London.
You can write. Yeah,
you can write in London. Then before you come to Canada, that's like another route.
That's another route. Yes. What can I do? When can I do NCLEX? When can I do it? I started NNAS process last month. Easiest. Okay, I will leave you to answer this question.
So
did you get the question?
Sorry, I didn't get you very well. When can I do NCLEX? I started NAS evaluation process last month. The easiest and clearest place for me. So are they giving you the go ahead to sit for your NCLEX?
Exactly. Exactly, that's the question.
So basically, you have to start your NAS process. So NAS, what they do, they evaluate your nursing education, your employment as a nurse, your once again, then they are the one to like tell you, okay, what we've evaluated is comparable to the Canadian nursing educational system, is somewhat comparable,
or not comparable.
So once they give you any of those three reports, you have to port it to the province in Canada you want to work in. So the province, they will not do like another further assessment. And tell, okay, this person, you can sit for the NCLEX exam, or you can do some additional courses before they allow you for the NCLEX exam. So you still have to go through NAS, and once they give you that report, you need to port it to the province of your choice. Okay, then they are the ones to decide whether you need to sit for your NCLEX or not.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. That answers it. Can NAS be filled online?
No, you have to print them. But you can use your Adobe. If you've got Adobe, to like fill it online, or
that's
even
your part though. That's the candidate part. You can't fill all of that part. Work experience, school, you can't fill them on your own.
No, you have to fill your own side, because there's a and a part B. So your part A, you fill it, then you send the forms, with filled whatever, to your employer, to your school. They are to like fill part B, part
and send it to NAS.
And send it to NAS, and make sure the envelope is sealed with an official seal from the school, from the employer, and all that. But NAS, they're so particular. They be thinking you sent it by yourself.
Exactly.
And sent it by yourself. And
is provincial nomination easy to get?
you just have to create a profile and just pray and
Yeah.
just do your best. Make sure you do your IELTS, and I think having a master's as well
Yeah.
actually helped me.
Helps. You're right. You're right.
It depends on the province. If they're like in search of nurses, you might
Mhm.
get a nomination, or otherwise you just
Yeah.
stay there in the pool.
Yeah. So I've said it before, I'll say it again. For people who are interested in express entry, provincial nomination, join me on a live show like this next week, Saturday. That's 23rd. I have an immigration consultant that is coming to speak to us about express entry. So I think that would be appropriate to ask all those questions then when the consultant is here. But if you ask now, anyone she can answer, she's going to answer. But I'm saying to get more information, because that YouTube live is going to be all about express entry. That is the reason why she's coming to my channel on that day. So next week, Saturday, make it a date with me and you can get answer to your questions. Do you mean as UKRN, I'm able to pass NCLEX while in UK? Yes. I can put my results on Tyro? Yes. And I will not need NAS evaluation. My God.
So you need NNAS, like evaluate, okay, your documentations to practice here as a nurse in Canada. So NNAS is like an evaluating body located in America. They are like, I think, under CGFNS.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So just like CGFNS is for America, NNAS is for Canada, but they're like brothers or something like that. You understand? So you have to go through NNAS for them to like evaluate your documents. And once they are through with that, they give you like 3 reports. The first one is comparable, somewhat comparable. The second one and the last one is not comparable at all. So once you get any of those reports, you have to put your evaluated documentations from NNAS to your province of choice. Then province of choice will reevaluate again and decide whether you can sit for NCLEX, which is examination they need to like use to assess you before you can practice here as a Canadian. Even the Canadians, they do it as well. You understand? And once so they can tell you to do the NCLEX or do like additional course because they are not happy with the reports. So you've got like 2 options from the nursing licensing body here. So it's either they allow you sit for NCLEX, which is the exam, or you take an additional course. Then after completing that, you have to sit for the NCLEX. You understand? I don't know. Explaining myself.
Yeah. So for this person particularly, for your particular question, you are still going to need NAS. So the only difference is that it will be faster because you now have a result from UK and you have done your NCLEX in UK. So it's going to be faster, but you still need NNAS. If you study out of Canada, you need NNAS. I'm just giving you ways to make it faster for you to start practicing here as a RN. That's it.
Then other thing again, if you are in the UK, you can still apply for all of these things, okay, while over there without you being here. Okay, so that's what I just want to add. You can still apply, you can sit for your NCLEX, but it's the provincial nursing board that has to like decide whether you can sit for the NCLEX or do additional course before you sit for the NCLEX. So you can do from wherever you are, from Nigeria, from Ghana, from whichever country you find yourself, you can start your process now. And you still have to go through NAS because you didn't study in Canada as a nurse.
Canada, exactly.
If you study here in Canada, you have to go through NAS. It is a must. It is mandatory. It is
it is
obligatory or whatever. You understand? So
it is.
It is like a must. I think except for Quebec, they don't use NAS.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So this person says, can Canada take a nurse who has experience only as an educator? I mean, the person has been educator only. What do you think?
Can Canada take a nurse who has where did you do your bachelor's, like as an educator from where?
Yeah, and what I like to impute is that if you have been an educator all along, even if you are from Nigeria or anywhere else, NNAS will still want to evaluate your clinical practice. So you're going to be deficit in clinical practice, because as an educator, you're going to probably be in class, be with laptops and all those things. So NNAS still wants to evaluate your clinical practice. So I advise that before, if you know that you have been an educator all along, before you start NNAS, maybe go and get clinical practice hours, because they want to evaluate your clinical practice hours.
Yeah, and one of the things that you can still apply then is NNAS to like decide. They can just tell you, okay, she did a bachelor's in nursing. They can use maybe your practice from your placement to like replace the clinical aspect of it. But I think you can still apply. Then is up to them to like decide. They might just tell you, okay, it's somewhat comparable. Then it's not up to the provincial body to like decide whether you need some extra courses or not. And then they're just there to like evaluate. They don't really make any final decision. You
Yeah, they don't. They don't. They don't.
Body who does. So NNAS is just there to like evaluate and does it.
Yeah, so I also like to add that, well, for me, this is me personally, it depends on what you want to do. For me, with my experience with NNAS, I would say that it's better to have almost everything ready, because I don't want to gamble NNAS. So if I'm in this person's shoe, I'll get my clinical nurse practice hours, because it doesn't take you anything rather than submitting to NNAS, then they tell you back and forth. So to avoid back and forth, just try to get whatever you need ready, so that by the time you're applying to there, because NNAS giving you somewhat comparable have an impact on the province. If NNAS gives you not comparable, also has an impact on the province you're going to. So you have to also match that together. You have to marry that together. So I would say with NNAS, try to be prepared. Try not to be deficit, especially in your clinical practice hours.
Because it seems that I think with my own report from NNAS as somewhat comparable. If I'd gone through Alberta, they would have asked me to do like additional courses.
Yes, yes. So Alberta might ask you to do ANAP.
Go through Ontario and went through my documentations, and they were like, okay, you can sit for the NCLEX. But if I'd gone through like another province like Alberta, they would have said, you know what, go back to school, and the waiting time is like, it takes ages. So
yeah, it does.
Your best bet is Ontario at the moment.
Yeah,
don't even try Alberta, because right now I'm trying to even transfer my license from Ontario to Alberta, because I live here. Is taking them ages, because they were like, I have to go back to Ontario and go work first for like 11 to 25 hours. And I was like, I've got a family. So I had to use the Mobility Act coordinators of the provinces. So basically that law, it enables you to like practice as a professional in any provinces without them giving you issues. You understand?
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm trying to do too.
Yeah, I'm actually at right now, because licensing here, especially in Alberta, is as if they don't really know what they're doing. They don't know what NAS. They just sign for it, but they don't really know how it works. You understand? So I think we as individuals, you need to be like telling them and saying, look, you know, I
agree. I agree with you.
Also with NAS as well, you have to learn to like challenge them, speak up, tell them and tell them why you should, and always make sure you read their handbook. You understand? That's very essential as well. You understand? So it is a journey to transfer from anywhere in the world to come practice here in Canada.
It's a whole journey. Yeah, you're right.
It is a whole journey. I wouldn't call it a process anymore. It is a journey.
You're right.
And it might be fine for like some people. It might go smooth.
Exactly.
And not just be fine. Because I've seen people in this whole process for like 5 years. They're still doing the science because
you're right.
They require the academic. And the kind of score they want is like 877. You understand? So how you understand? So it is hard, but just
it's doable.
It is doable, and always make sure you challenge them. Don't just keep your mouth shut, because otherwise these people they be like, oh, they're coming from, they're coming from there, they're coming from there. They don't really know anything, because basically what they do, they think if you don't study in Canada, automatically you're dumb.
You are not. Yes,
You don't
exactly.
do anything at all. So you have to just go back to school.
Yeah.
To them. But make sure you challenge them, because that's what I did. You understand? And I was able to like get through mine, and I'm still here. I'm still in the process anyway. So at least I am licensed now in Canada.
Exactly.
I'm just transferring now from Ontario to
Alberta.
Yeah, just challenge them all the time, because they don't really know what they're doing, especially NNAS. NNAS is just waste of time, waste of money, waste of your patience.
But we still have to do it. You still have to do it. So this person, do you advise NNAS and CGFNS together? I am not going to answer this question anymore. And SA is not going to answer it anymore. We have answered this question. I've answered it up to 3 times on this live. Please, Madam Oge Jane, can you watch this YouTube live again, all over again, so that you understand? Perhaps you don't still understand. Drop a comment for me on my YouTube channel. I'll be willing to explain one more time, but I'm not going to answer this question again. Thank you. While evaluating with NNAS as a Canada, can one add LPN as well? Also, what is the process of practicing as LPN in Canada? I'm going to answer this question. I don't think Nosese has an idea about that. Do you have an idea about it?
So basically, while applying through NNAS, you can either choose, you can apply for both, but it's different costs basically. So you can then when the result comes, they can tell you that you're comparable for the LPN, and you are somewhat comparable, or you can be comparable for both as well. I think people, they tend to add LPN.
I don't even think you can be comparable for both. I say, especially if you're coming from Nigeria, you cannot be. Don't even bother.
So I just think most people, they tend to add LPN so that they can work while they're still processing RN.
Yeah.
You understand? So it's just for work. Okay.
Mommy is coming. We're going to release mommy soon. Okay, so I'll just quickly talk about this. So when you are evaluating for NNAS, except you are doing provinces like New Brunswick, Ontario, then you must add LPN, because if you are in a province like Alberta that may not allow you to practice as RN on time, you need this LPN to start working. That's what I'm doing right now. You need LPN to at least, fend for yourself, fend for your family. So when you start your NNAS, please watch my video. All those things on my video. I have a video on my channel, how to become an RN or LPN in Canada. If you go to that video, you would understand better, because we have over 1 hour here. I don't want my YouTube lives to be getting over 1 hour, so that people can still watch it at a good time. So please, you can add LPN, but watch my YouTube video to know the process of practicing as LPN in Canada. I explain everything. If you watch my videos, you have all the information there. Please kindly go through my video. If you have questions, I'll be willing to answer, so that we don't waste time. We've spent over 1 hour on this live. Thank you. What are your chances after studying in Omni College? Will they allow you to practice as RN? Because I don't have BSN yet. Well, I have said Omni College before. I have a video on Omni College. Please let us go and watch these videos now, because if I stay here to start explaining process of Omni College, explain how to become RN, I will not even finish here today. So please help me to help us. Go to my YouTube channel. If you check the thumbnails, they are there. Watch my video about Omni College. I invited one of their students that came into Canada. Within 6 months, she was in Canada. You can learn from that. I also said that the director may be having a YouTube live with me soon. You can also wait for my announcement of that. Otherwise, you can watch our video. Andrew on Twitter is the serving us, I think. So if you watch that video, if you have a question, drop it. I'll be willing to answer, but I cannot talk about all this on this live right now because we are over 1 hour. But yes, through Omni College, you can start practicing as RN in Canada. It's just that there are some things you have to know, which I cannot start explaining now because our time is fast spent. I'm not sure, I'm always ready to give information, but the only thing is that people sometimes just want to choke my neck, because when I've said something up to 5 times, I am still asking the same question. How do you want me to cope? And me, I don't add a quick tire for me at the quick tire. Please, as a nurse from Nigeria, worked 1 year in clinical area. I've been as a lecturer in Uni of Nigeria. Oh, well. If you have been working as a lecturer, just like I said earlier, please try and get your clinical hours, or you can gamble it. Not say said you can gamble me. I will tell you to go and get your clinical hours before you put in for NAS. But if you want to follow NAS Ese, you can gamble it and start. But I know that NAS will tell you that you're deficit with clinical hours. NAS will definitely tell you that deficit with clinical hours, because working as teaching is not the same as hands-on. It's not the same as attending to clients. So they will say you're deficit in that area. So you might need to get your work experience, or you can try to gamble it.
And the things that you can still apply, then NAS will be the one to like say, okay, you are comparable, you're somewhat. Then it is the provincial body who will now like decide and say, okay, you need to go do this, you need to go do some additional courses.
Yeah. So yes, I have an information about the 2 years top-up program. It's on my YouTube channel as the After Degree Nursing Program. Now, with the After Degree Nursing Program, when you register for it, you are going to do 1 year prerequisite courses. After the 1 year, if you pass very well, they will register into the After Degree Program for 2 years, and then you can become RN in Canada that way. Now, with this After Degree Nursing Program, you don't need NNAS. You don't need NNAS if you are doing the After Degree Nursing Program. If you are coming as an international student, it is pretty expensive. But if you are a PR, then it's about $3,000 or $4,000 per semester you'll be paying. And you can also get government grants that will even override this payment. Above all, I would say watch my video on the After Degree Nursing Program to get all the information you need. If you check the drop down, you will see lists of universities that are offering the After Degree Nursing Program. I also intend to invite somebody who did the After Degree Nursing Program to come talk to us on the channel. You can also stick true to that. So yeah, it's on my YouTube channel. You can get more information. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This is the only person that is appreciating us since Monday. I've been talking and not you. Oh no. The other person, people, they have been making my mouth to get dry. Is it province that decide when you write NCLEX after NAS? Well, NAS said that already, but if she's willing to answer again.
Yeah, so is it province that normally have the final say, okay, yeah, whether you need to sit for your NCLEX or do some additional courses. Yeah. So you just to evaluate, then the province are the ones to like, you know, this person can sit for the exam or you need to do some additional courses.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes, you just answered the question. Yes, you just answered the question. Is grandma watching?
That's my cousin.
Okay, so do we have any more questions? If you don't have any more questions, if you have any more questions, let us drop it. Maybe we can take like 2 or 3 more because NAS Ese, our son is coming to drag her already.
Yeah, they are fine now anyway.
So if you have any more questions, drop it. Otherwise, I have a ton of YouTube video on my channel that will really help you. Trust me. See, the channel might look small to you, but me, I know what the value of what's on that channel. There are a lot of things on that channel that you would not or might not see anywhere. I'm just so comfortable doing live videos because I'm very lazy to edit videos. So I'm very comfortable to do live videos that everybody can watch and you can come and listen by yourself. So it's just my own pattern. So if you want to stick around, watch my YouTube lives, you will get a lot of information. Check the other videos I've been able to do. At least I did some sit and talk video and it was good. So you can check. I have a lot of video on my channel. Trust me, my channel is loaded. You just have to sit down to watch. And when you have questions, drop them for me. I always answer questions. I always, yeah. Please serve us tea, I beg. It's just that it's hot. So bring cold tea because it's pretty hot. So hot. I don't know if let me know your question. If you let me know, I will let you know if you have answered it. So let me know your question. Yes, thank you so much. The channel is actually very informative. Honestly, it is. If you are on this live, you can subscribe right now. If you want my link, you can contact me at Ife_Ofela on Instagram. If you want my YouTube link, I'll give it to you. If you want my YouTube link, I'll give it to you. Ife_Ofela on Instagram. That's my Instagram handle, because I can't type my YouTube link here right now. So if you want my YouTube link, reach out to me, Ife_Ofela on Instagram, and then I can give you my YouTube link. But this is my YouTube name. Nosofela is my YouTube name. Yeah. So I don't think we have any more questions. So don't forget, next week, Saturday, 23rd, I am having a guest here to talk to us about express entry. Express entry is very hot in Canada right now. So come and get information about express entry. And I can do a summary. Or not, can you quickly do a rundown summary of the process from UK? It's just like bullet points, like 3 or 4 bullet points for those that are just joining us. Just 3 or 4 bullet points.
So basically, for you to practice as a nurse in Canada,
yeah,
wherever you are, you have to have started your NAS. And if you are trained like outside of Canada, NAS is a must. So NAS is like an evaluating body to Canada, just like CGFNS is to America. So you have to submit all of your documentations to NAS. They will evaluate it. Then once they are done evaluating, they will give you like 3 reports. The first one is comparable, somewhat comparable, and not comparable. So when you've gotten any one of those, you can port it to the province of your choice. But I would suggest you go through Ontario because it's straightforward, it's easier, and they will allow you to sit for your NCLEX, even though you've got a somewhat comparable result. And after doing that is the provincial nursing board that needs to like decide whether you can sit for the NCLEX or you need some additional cost.
Yeah.
Now once you sit for the NCLEX, you can apply for your license
exactly
as a nurse. And that's it. It's pretty straightforward with Ontario, but don't try better because
Alberta is not straightforward. I'll be telling them more.
So just go through Ontario or
New Brunswick.
Or New Brunswick, or even Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia is also a good one.
3 provinces, they are like the doables. But don't even try to come through Alberta because they'll make you go back to school.
Exactly. Alberta is something else.
Waste of your time, waste of your patience, and they don't know what they're doing. I think they're just confused. They just signed to NAS, but they don't really know how it works. You understand? That's my opinion. So just go through Ontario, and you'll be fine. And just make sure wherever you send to NAS, make sure you have a copy if you can lay them.
Exactly.
And always make sure when you post it, you've got like a shipping code or
the tracking number.
Make sure you call NAS and they've received it. I think from the UK, NMC and NAS is very pretty straightforward.
Oh, nice. From Nigeria, it is not straightforward. Everything about Nigeria is
done automatically, so you don't really, but you still have to like follow up and see if the documentation has been received or not. I think that's just it. Basically, you just have to keep on checking on NAS and make sure they don't overpass the time they needed to like evaluate. And that's it basically. And always stand up for yourself, read your handbook, and make sure you fully understand them because they can be quite smart. You have to play. You understand? So,
you have to be smarter.
That's just my take on it. Like, just stay on your neck, basically.
Exactly. I agree. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you so much. So that's it. So Canada is it depends on your province. Canada is doable, but you have to be patient with Canada. Canada requires a lot of patience. So if you are tricky to come to Canada, but now that we are giving you tips on how to make it faster, please use those tips. I never had anyone tell me about those tips. Honestly, trust me, if I had somebody tell me about those tips, I know a lot of things I'll have done by now. You might not even be seeing me doing YouTube live by now because I'll be doing travel nursing to go and be making big money. I will not sit down here and be doing YouTube video. But it's just because of we didn't get enough information, so we had to make do what we have right now. So when we get the RN, we're just working with our LPN. A lot of people are doing the same thing as I'm doing. So please stick around to this YouTube channel, because but I think you would get a lot of info on my channel than anywhere else about Canada. Yes, I'm very 100% certain. Forget the fact that I don't have all the gadgets for YouTube and all this, and I don't have lighting and everything. But don't worry, just hear what I'm saying. Yes, I have a WhatsApp group, but I only add you to the group when you have started NNAS. Because we have a lot of people on the group that are just there, they're not doing anything, and they're just, so we are trying to, only when you start NNAS is when you add it to the group. So if you start NNAS, send me a message, I'll add it to the group. I don't have any, or if you're a UK nurse already trying to come to Canada, I don't have any problem, I can add it to our WhatsApp group so that you can always get information at the go, because information on WhatsApp, I feel, is closer than when you have to meet me on Twitter or you have to meet me on Instagram. I open my WhatsApp more than I open all these other apps. Yeah. So don't forget, our program is next week on Express Entry. All these questions of Express Entry, come and ask the consultants, please. I'm so grateful, Nurse Lauren. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. I'm grateful. Thank you so much. Regards to your family, and I wish you all the best. Please let me know when you finally port and what you do so that I can get information ahead too.
We can do another.
Of course. Yeah, please tell us your Instagram handle or Twitter so that people want to follow you. They want to ask you questions. They want to interact with you.
Instagram, oh God, wait. Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, so it's
what's your IG handle? Oh. You can spell it out. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
The nurse _and_twin mom.
Okay, and AND, right?
Yeah. So nurse __ twin mom.
So the twin, does it have an S or just N?
No, it's just twin mom.
Okay. Oh, you have twin?
Yeah, I'm a mom of three. I've got
two boys or two girls, or one girl, one boy?
I've got a girl, she's 7, and
wow.
2 boys, twins.
Oh, 2 twins, 2 boys, twins. How did you manage?
Oh well, you just have to.
How old are they now?
They're 4. They'll be 5.
Oh, I think that one came in now. Oh, yeah. That's nice. Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So how did you find childcare in UK? How do you think childcare in UK is compared to Canada? Do you have an experience in Canada yet about childcare?
So my kids, they go to preschool from Monday through Friday. So I normally just
use Canada. In Canada, right?
Yeah, in Canada. So I normally use the government funding, the $10 a day. So I use that one, then I just pay the difference. So
that's what I do too. Yeah.
For the both of them, I pay like 716 every month.
Oh, not bad.
Every month, yeah. Okay. So it's not bad. I think in the UK it was much expensive.
It was much expensive in the UK, right? I heard so. It's much
expensive because basically you are paying in pounds as well.
Yeah. And do the government give you subsidy in the UK for children? In the UK, do you have subsidies?
They do, but not that much. I think you enjoy the UK if you're just a single mom. As in,
yeah, I think so too.
Yeah,
I think so too. Childcare is better here.
Yeah, if you're a single parent, you're working, so you tend to get more benefit. But as long as you're working, you're no longer entitled to most of those things.
Yeah, that's another reason to move to Canada. Canada is better with childcare. Come to Canada. All right, thank you so much, everyone. Bye. I'll see you guys next Saturday.
Okay, see you.
Thank you so much. Bye. Bye, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We'll see you next week Saturday. Bye.
Bye.